Hello students, welcome to West Bengal English Video Guide. Today I'm going to give you the extra question answers from Chapter 1, Life Science, Class 7, West Bengal Board, Nutrition in Plants. Let's start. This one is part 1. I will give the rest of the question answers in part 2. Number 1. Mention some basic life processes which are performed by all living organisms. All living organisms perform some basic life processes such as nutrition, respiration, excretion, growth, reproduction, movement, and response to stimuli to keep themselves alive. Number 2, which nutrients are contained by food? Food contains nutrients such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Number 3, what is nutrition? The entire process of obtaining food by an organism from the surroundings and its utilization by the body is called nutrition. Number 4, how are the modes of nutrition in all living organisms classified? The modes of nutrition in all living organisms may be broadly classified as autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition. Number 5. What is autotrophic nutrition? The mode of nutrition by which organisms prepare their own food using simple substances such as carbon dioxide, water, and minerals is called autotrophic nutrition. Number 6. What does autotrophs mean? Auto means self and trophs means nutrition. The autotrophs means self nutrition. Number 7. What is heterotrophic nutrition? Not all organisms can make their own food. They either derive the food prepared by the plants or from animals that eat plants. Humans and animals are thus directly or indirectly dependent on plants for their food. This mode of nutrition in which organisms draw food from other organisms is called heterotrophic nutrition. Number 8. Who are heterotrophs? The organisms who directly or indirectly dependent on plants or other animals for their food are called heterotrophs. Number 9. What does heterotrophs mean? Hetero means other and trophs means nutrition. Number 10. In which process the plants prepare own food? Photosynthesis. Number 11. What is photosynthesis? The process by which green plants prepare their own food from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll is called photosynthesis. 6CO2, that is carbon dioxide, and 6H2 water and sunlight and chlorophyll, 6C6H12O6 plus 6O2. Number 12. Where is the term nutrition derived from? What does it mean? The term nutrition is derived from the Latin word nutrire, which means to feed or to nurse. Number 13. What is glucose? The primary product of photosynthesis is in the form of simple sugar called glucose. Number 14. How is starch formed in plants? The primary product of photosynthesis is in the form of simple sugar called glucose. After utilization by the plants, the excess glucose is converted into starch by plants and stored in leaves, stem, or roots. This starch is used by us as food. Number 15. Give an example how is starch used by us. Starch is used by us as food. Example, potato is an underground stem that stores starch. We eat potato as vegetable. Number 16. Prove by an experiment presence of starch in leaves. Object to test the presence of starch in leaves. Materials required: green leaf, beaker, tripod stand, Bunsen burner, test tube, alcohol, ethanol, iodine solution, tap water, droppers, and glass plate or petri dish. Procedure. Number 1. Place a health potted plant in bright sunshine and adequate water for several hours. Number 2. Pluck a healthy green leaf of the plant. Boil it in water contained in a beaker for about 2 minutes. This makes the leaf soft and stops further chemical changes in it. Number 3, put the boiled leaf in a test tube containing alcohol. Place the test tube in a beaker containing boiled water. The alcohol will bleach the leaf and make it free from its pigments, making it colorless. Number 4, wash the leaf in water, place it on a glass plate and add a few drops of iodine solution. Observation. On putting iodine solution, the colorless leaf turns blue-black. Inference. Blue-black color with iodine indicates that the leaf contains starch. This starch is synthesized by the leaf during photosynthesis. Number 17. How do you know that the gas released during photosynthesis is oxygen? Take some hydrilla twigs in a beaker filled with water. Cover it with funnel raised a little from the base. Invert a test tube full of water over the stem of the funnel and place the apparatus in the sun for a few hours. Bubbles of oxygen gas can be seen rising from the stem of the funnel. If a glowing splinter is brought near these bubbles, it bursts into flames brilliantly. This proves the presence of oxygen gas. Number 18. Which raw materials are required by a plant to carry out photosynthesis? There are 4 primary raw materials required by a plant to carry out photosynthesis: chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide, water. Number 19. How is sunlight used by plants during photosynthesis? Leaves capture solar energy with the help of chlorophyll. This energy is used to convert CO2, carbon dioxide, and water in glucose. Hence, the sun is the ultimate source of energy for all living beings. Number 20. What is chlorophyll? The green color pigments on the leaves are called chlorophyll. It imparts the characteristic green color to leaves. Number 21. What are chloroplasts? Chlorophyll is present in special structures called chloroplast. Number 22. What are stomata? The tiny pores on the lower surface of the leaf are called stomata. Number 23. What is stomata surrounded by? Each stomata is surrounded by 2 guard cells which regulate the opening and closing of the stomata pore. Oxygen released during photosynthesis also comes out through these pores. 24. Define xylem. A network of tubes which transports water and minerals across the plant is called xylem. Number 25. Define phloem. A network of tubes which transports the sugars synthesized in leaves across the plant is called phloem. 26. How is water used by the plants? Water is absorbed from the soil through the root systems. Roots contain root hair all over, which increase surface area for the absorption of water and soluble nutrients from the soil. Once absorbed, they travel across the plant through a network of tubes called xylem and reach the leaves for photosynthesis. Another network of tubes called phloem transports the sugars synthesized in leaves to various parts of the plant. 27. Humans and animals are directly or indirectly dependent on plants for their food. 28. Heterotrophs are also called consumers, with autotrophs are called, while autotrophs are called producers. 29. All green plants and algae have autotrophic mode of nutrition. Number 30. The process of obtaining food and its utilization by the body is called nutrition. 31. Explained by an experiment to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Objectives: to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis, materials required are coleus plant with variegated leaves, partly green and partly non-green. Paper, pencil, beaker, tripod stand, Bunsen burner, test tube, alcohol, iodine solution, tap water, droppers, and petri dish. Producer. Procedure: take a coleus plant with variegated leaves, pluck one leaf, make its outline on a paper, and mark the green and non-green portions on the outline. Test the leaf for starch. Compare the blue-black portion of the leaf with the leaf that we usually draw. Observation: only green regions turn blue-black, whereas the non-green parts remain colorless iodine. Inference, this shows that starch is formed with only in the green areas on the leaf of the leaf. The non-green areas do not show the starch taste. Thus, only green plants of leaf can prepare food. Number 32. Explain with an example that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. Objective. To show that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis, materials required: 2 potted plants, bell jars, potassium hydroxide (KOH), power water glass, dropper, iodine solution, Vaseline. Procedure. Number 1. Destarch 2 potted plants by keeping them in a dark room for 2 days. Water them regularly. Number 2. Take potassium hydroxide, pour in a water glass. It will absorb all CO2 from the bell jar. Number 3. Place a bell jar over each plant and apply Vaseline on lower margins to make them airtight. Place potassium hydroxide containing glass in any one jar and leave the other one as it is. Number 4. Keep the entire arrangement in sunlight for several hours. Number 5. Test the leaf of each plant for starch using iodine solution and observe. Observation: the leaf of the plant placed with potassium hydroxide solution in the bell jar did not turn blue-black while the leaf from the other plant did. Inference: this shows that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis as only the leaves that get carbon dioxide produce starch. 33. What is the significance of photosynthesis? It is the process by which plants make food. Without photosynthesis, no plant will be left on the earth and life will be impossible. Number 2. It is the primary source of food for all other living organisms in the world. All organisms depend on plants directly or indirectly for their food. Number 3. Oxygen released during photosynthesis is required by both plants and animals during respiratory or breathing. Number 4. The carbon dioxide released by animals during respiration is used by the plants for photosynthesis, while the oxygen released by the plants during photosynthesis is inhaled by the animals. This maintains the oxygen carbon dioxide balance in atmosphere. So these are the questions from part 1. I will provide the rest of the question answers in part 2. See you soon with that video. Till then, take care and bye.